This is a momentous day, isn't it? Good morning, beloveds. It is my great joy to stand before you. I am the Reverend Edith A. Love, and I am the minister here at UUFBR. I'm going to start out with a joke. 3 people die and go to heaven. Standing in line to get in, St. Peter meets them at the pearly gates. St. Peter says to the first person, "Welcome to heaven. Back on earth, what denomination were you?" And the non-binary person says, "I was a devout Presbyterian." "Excellent," says St. Peter, "then go to door number 10, but when you pass by door number 2, be very, very quiet." Second person steps forward and says, "Welcome to heaven. When you were on earth, what denomination were you?" And the woman replies, "I was the pastor of my Methodist church." "Fantastic," St. Peter says. "Make your way down to door number 6, but when you pass door number 2, be very, very quiet." St. Peter asks the last person, "What denomination were you on earth?" And they say, "Well, I was Episcopal." St. Peter says, "Fantastic, wonderful, welcome to heaven. Go to door number 12, but be very, very quiet when you pass door number 2. And the man says, "Why is it that we need to be so quiet when we pass door number 2? And St. Peter replies, "Because that's where the Unitarian Universalists are having coffee and snacks and very excitedly debating whether heaven exists." As Unitarian Universalists, we have a rich, challenging, and complex theology. So much so that we absolutely love to discuss and debate things. We could spend hours taking apart the whys of our faith, but what I want to explore with you today is how we live our values through community. We just heard about the wonderful things happening at Oak Ridge Academy and the Grow Co-op. Sharing our space with them is one of the ways that we are living our values as Unitarian Universalists who are dedicated to educating the next generation. In providing a physical place for them to teach children, we're expressing our faith and hope for the future. It is a part of our ministry to the community. In our collaboration with the homeschool groups and all the other partner groups here at UUFBR, we are doing shared ministry by providing a place for them to exist. Our ShareX team is doing shared ministry by facilitating all these relationships. You might wonder, what does that phrase mean, shared ministry? I think one way to explain what shared ministry is imagine you're running a fine dining restaurant. You've got someone at the front door who takes your reservation and guides you to a table. In the kitchen, you've got someone chopping up the vegetables. You've got another person making the sauces. You've got a pastry chef who makes all the desserts. You've got someone who washes the dishes. You've got someone who serves the food and waits on the tables. You've got someone in the office making sure the books are balanced and all the right ingredients are ready and available when they're needed. Each person in this intricate dance is doing their part to create an experience for the patron of joy, of sustenance, of nourishing. The secret here, this is how it connects to shared ministry, is we are all the chefs, the waitstaff, and the patrons all at once. Metaphorically, we all play the roles in turn and simultaneously. It takes time, money, and effort to pull off a successful restaurant, and it does for a congregation too. None of us just show up here to be fed. We all must do the work together. That is shared ministry. We are all creating and nourishing and supporting, aiming towards the same purpose. Gay Webb says, shared ministry is when the minister, the lay leadership, and the congregational volunteers work collaboratively in covenant with mutual trust and support towards a common vision, a set of goals, and a legacy of this progressive faith for the community and the congregation. We just completed our mission and vision process, and now we implement it. This is how we do that. It isn't teams and volunteers doing things under the leadership of a minister or a board. It's when we all collectively hold the vision, the goals, and a common purpose, and we work together to help manifest it. It's when we know all the way deep down in our bones that we are making choices towards co-creating the world we would like to see, and one we might be proud to leave behind us long after we are gone. We do this when we live our covenant, mending the inevitable ouches that happen when two people bump up against each other's wounds. This is how we do the work of living our faith. Congregations are living entities that hopefully outlive every single person alive today. This is passed down. It's a sacred trust which gets given to generation after generation of Unitarian Universalists. Shared ministry is where we each and all serve Unitarian Universalism through our collaboration to do all the things that happen here at UUFBR. Shared ministry happens when the planning team meets, when things like the wonderful craft fair that happened yesterday gets pulled together. Our kind and considerate care team are doing the work of shared ministry, when they check on folks who are having a hard time. Our Soul Matters groups are doing shared ministry. Our Board of Trustees, shared ministry. John bringing us the gift of music and singing the covenant, shared ministry. Brenda, who's going to take the time to explain to us the history of the RE building, shared ministry. The creation of the building itself, shared ministry. Jackie and Marie working on Hispanic Heritage Month celebration, which is going to happen today as well, shared ministry. I could go on and on. My favorite personal example, the worship team, who worked together with Google Docs and emails and phone calls and meetings to make worship happen every single week. It's a lot of work, y'all. And Peace, who are holding a listening session after the service today. Shared ministry. My colleague, Reverend Dr. Carl Gregg, says the term shared ministry means we should avoid the perception that ministry is something that only paid professional ministers do, or the equally harmful perception that a minister's job is simply to tell you what to do and sit back while you do it. Shared ministry as our way of being together is the difference between asking someone, will you do this for me, and will you do this with me? The difference between these two approaches is all the difference in the world. Shared ministry is about partnership, power with, instead of power over. Power over is hierarchical. There's a clear chain of command. It's knowing your place and not making waves. It's when someone says, it must be done this exact way, and there isn't space for anyone to suggest something different or share an opinion. It's when there's coercion or pressure from people at the top who dictate what must happen by everybody who ought to be following orders. Power with, however, is empowering people to do the work. It's collaboration. It's knowing that teams do best when they choose their own volunteers, when they have the freedom to spend their budget how they like, when they're trusted to make decisions on their own, when everybody has enough support as well as space so that you can get done what needs to get done. We are all equally invested and equally respected, and all are responsible for the outcome. That is shared ministry. It's essential that we work in partnership to empower each other, living into our Unitarian Universalist values of love, equity, justice, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. My colleague Carl Gregg goes on to say, the approach of shared ministry says we are together in the work of transforming ourselves and transforming this world. You are already doing the work of shared ministry, my beloveds, even if you didn't know it yet. And we can do even more in the days, weeks, and years to come. I am so proud of you. I love you. Amen, Ashe, and blessed be.